Our calves are still doing good. We've had them off grass for a little bit over a week now. Today I'm gonna mow along the fence line here and scrape out the excess grass so they don't have anything to really graze. And I'm gonna give them a run so they can get some exercise. Carnation likes to take her breakfast to go. She's a modern girl on the go. This week in my bush hog shear bolt diaries, evidently the bolt I put on the other day I didn't get tight enough. Thankfully, it fell off and just landed on top of the bush hog. All right, let's give that a go. I got the main mowing done with the bush hog. Now, I'm literally gonna take my swipe at scything. Again, something Stacy normally does. Hey, why don't I move the water line first? Now I have most of the cutting done. I'm going to rake this up. Then I'll put up wire and it'll be time for the cows to come out and play. There's the before and here's the after. I actually made a windrow. If it stays dry, I'll just flip that and turn it into hay. Here is the final setup. There's their corral. And here's the area I'm giving them that about triples their space, and it gives them a place to run. They're getting a little squirrely. Let's see what happens when we let them out. All right, let's go. Well, I let them run for a little bit and now they're trying to do some grazing. I did get most of the tall, super lush, wet grass, which is what was most problematic for them. And they just have the nubbins right now. Hopefully that will work for them. We're gonna monitor them and see. Here it is, my first official loose haystack, I guess. I decided to go ahead and rake up all the hay. It's out of that windrow last night because it was going to rain, and then I put it on this tarp and I dragged it back here and I put it in the barn, and I'm really glad I did because it did rain last night and this morning. This is our driveway entrance. It's a little brushy. The other day I found some coyote tracks and I'm going to set up a game camera to see if I can catch anything. I have my game camera set up angled towards our driveway. We'll see if anything comes past it. I checked the game camera the next day and these are the images I had. I've decided to call it Reggie. I don't know if it's male or female, but that would be Regina or Reginald. So Reggie the coyote. I'm going to move the game camera and see if I can get some other photos. I didn't have anything else on my game camera, but the other day I saw that Reggie was up the hill and I took these photos through a pair of binoculars. Here is an update on the birds on our farm. I think Darlene thinks we put up that flagpole just for her to perch on. I don't know why I decided to call her Darlene. It's just when I saw her building her nest, I decided, you're building a nice house, Darlene. She's a says Phoebe. Darlene is off her nest and I was able to climb up there and get a quick photo of her 4 eggs. This is the bluebird box. We're going to check it. And it looks like there are a couple eggs. We're going to take a quick peek at one of our swallow nests and see how it looks. I think it's empty right now. I'm pretty sure this box is full of starlings. We've had our calves for 4 weeks now and I have managed to keep them alive. They're 3 months and 1 week old. They've been settling into the daily routine. Here comes Buttercup to say hi to the camera. Carnation is still the boss cow, but now she lets us pet her. They are doing well on being let out 2 to 3 times a day to graze a little bit. I also use it as training time. Our mineral feeders continue to be working well. It's interesting to see when they eat different things. Lately it's been a run on kelp. I've mixed some diatomaceous earth in there. Salt's holding pretty steady. Calcium's holding pretty steady. But just recently they started eating a lot more humates. One thing I do to see what they're eating, obviously if a lot goes away you know they're eating it. But another thing I do is I make lines or grooves in the different items. And then the next feeding I can tell if they've been into it. Stacy is installing a TV antenna. This is his work platform on the tractor. I'm sure that this is definitely not OSHA approved.
Who is this OSHA you keep speaking of? Is this somebody you know? Alright.
We got the TV antenna installed and luckily we are able to pick up all the major networks. And of course, because I'm so forward thinking, that's the reason I haven't got to shingling the back of the house. We'll just go with that.